Nama saya Nyoman Sugiarta.
My name is Nyoman Sugiarta. I am 53 years old and I come from the village of Bondalem on Bali, Indonesia. I work as a dive instructor and I also dedicate myself to coral reef conservation. My bond with the ocean is very close. I live by the sea and my work has led me to study it more deeply.
Saya menjadi mempelajari lebih dalam tentang lautan.
I truly love caring for coral reefs because I learned that corals are essential for the environment, for fish, and of course, for people too. Before I started diving, I didn't know that corals are animals. So it was a big question for me personally. Can a rock really be an animal? Is that rock really a living creature? That's why my friends and I were eager to learn how to dive, to study what these corals really are and learn if they're truly animals. When I started diving in the sea around our village, my feelings were mixed. At first, we felt quite sad because many of the corals were damaged or dead. We realized that we have to regrow those corals and take care of them. The first thing we did as a group was to set up protection for the reef. This was something we couldn't have done without support from the community. One of the next steps was providing artificial reef substrate in places we identified as core zones. And in the areas we have already set up, we maintain, guard, and keep them clean. We designed several artificial reef models like spiders made of pipes, fish domes, or also in the form of statues. We keep maintaining the reefs we planted. Some we plant with coral and some we leave for natural growth.
Sebagian kita membiarkan untuk tumbuhan alaminya.
Since we started our conservation programs in 2007, the difference is like night and day. In areas that previously had bare substrate, rubble, or sand, corals have started to regrow. Most of these sites are now already covered in healthy corals. One of the things I love most about diving is witnessing life returning to the reef. Seeing how much the corals have grown since we first surveyed the sites. What impressed me most recently was that after many years of diving, we finally saw sharks returning to our reefs once again. It reminded us of the stories our parents used to tell, of a time when sharks would come close to the shore into shallow waters. One of the challenges we face is that some people in the community still don't fully understand why conservation is so important. Another is climate change. We now experience unusually high water temperatures far more often than before.
Lebih sering kita mendapatkan temperatur air yang tinggi.
These shifts, along with strong currents that bring in floating debris, have become our daily struggle. Cleaning up that trash has become part of our routine, our constant battle to protect the reef. The reefs here are almost as vibrant as they once were. Not entirely perfect, but very much alive again. For visiting divers, we invite you to join us to learn together about reef conservation and to truly understand why protecting coral reefs matters. We want to share what we've built and discovered here in Bondalem, and we hope that everyone who dives with us will bring these stories to their own shores. My purpose in doing all of this is to share with our children and grandchildren the beauty of our ocean, just as my parents once told me how beautiful it was in their time.
Menceritakan kepada saya,
And maybe through these small efforts, we can give our children and grandchildren more beautiful stories to tell.